particularly when you were giving your tour to Horizon during your remarks, it was kind of a grim and sobering assessment, I think a realistic one of the state of the world today, whether resurgent jihadist groups in Syria, continuing mischief making by China and North Korea, et cetera. And yet there's a criticism, some might even call it a caricature, among some voices calling for America to pull back from the world, that anytime you highlight those challenges, that you're implicitly suggesting we need a military solution. In the wake of Iraq and Afghanistan, anytime someone talks about the problems in Syria or with North Korea or with Russia, that there's a call for a military solution. Can you talk about what do you think the tools of diplomacy and economic instruments of statecraft, what role do those have in American leadership in the world?
I mean, let's not ignore military capability.
Yeah.
I mean, the truth is that every country gets a vote at the United Nations. The reason why ours matters more than other countries is because we have the world's finest and most capable military. So we shouldn't ignore that. We shouldn't say that lightly either. One of the toughest parts of my job in the 3 years I've been in the Senate are the letters of condolences that I sign almost weekly now to a family that's lost a loved one, a brother, a sister, a husband, a father, a son, or a daughter abroad. And it's a heartbreaking and heart-wrenching note to sign, and you can just imagine what these families are going through. So we don't take that lightly. By the same token, I do think that military power is a valid tool of statecraft, primarily because the stronger you are, the less likely you are to have to use it. And I think that's critically important throughout the world, and no region more important than in Asia, where many countries there now feel potentially threatened in the short to midterm by Chinese expansionism. The Philippines is first and foremost. The Chinese have made claims on the Scarborough Shoal and other places, and the Filipinos feel deeply threatened by it. But you're also starting to see that feeling creep into Japan. In fact, not creep in, it's been significant with the Japanese and even among the South Koreans. So I think it's important for us to have the capability, because the stronger we are in our security assurances in this part of the world and another, the less likely that these countries will decide that they need a nuclear weapon or that they need to somehow increase their own military capability to the point where perhaps it could lead to miscalculation and an escalation. But